Hello, everyone, and thank you for your patience. Technical difficulties have been solved, and we're here tonight with a special Deadlands one-shot titled Giants in the Mist. Hopefully we fight some giants. Thank you for joining us for this. It's been a while since we did a Deadlands one-shot previously. We've got a cast of familiar faces here and a new face to the channel. So we'll just go around and everybody can just say who they are. If they got anything to plug, go ahead and do that. It says underneath your names what you're playing, so you don't really have to spell it out. We're doing a bunch of pre-gens for this tonight. So Aaron, you got anything going on that you want to plug?
Tomorrow is my birthday, and I'll be playing Achun Cthulhu on Garblag Games at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. So that'll be fun. And then Thursday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be back to some Blades in the Dark, dealing with some downtime and
Yes.
moving on to our next heist.
Leadbelly will be back for that one.
Yeah. And I am playing a gunslinger named Kat Fonda. She's a tough girl, ready to cause some carnage.
Very nice. Very nice. Jeff, what do you got going on this week over on the Gaggers?
Yeah, twitch.tv/the lollygaggers. We are the gaggers. Friday, we're doing Delta Green, A Possible Landscape. Saturday, we're doing Worlds Without Number. And then Monday, we're starting up Ultraviolet Grasslands.
So nice.
Yeah.
Have you run that previously? You did, didn't you?
I have not. No, okay. I've stolen some stuff from it for Worlds Without Number games, but this is the first proper playing of UVG. I just got the physical copy today too. I've been living off the PDF for months now.
Look at you.
Very excited.
Physical copies of that, physical copies of Delta Green.
Yeah, I got more coming too. Yeah.
Does Melissa know? Is she watching?
No. What are you talking about?
What?
So I have played Territorial Ranger by the name of Willie Brimford. He's an old man, heavy set, big old handlebar mustache, and just getting too old for this shit. This is basically his life. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Awesome. Evan, what do you got going on this week?
Thursday, Garblag Games. We'll be playing Blades in the Dark. Be some downtime stuff and figuring out what we're doing next, which we have a pretty good idea. So hopefully it goes over well. And then Sundays, more aliens. I get to make another character.
Another River Bee.
Another River Bee. And great news is I'm playing another River Bee in this game because I'm just going to continue playing River Bees for the end of time because Matt will never be able to kill them all. I'm playing Dale Riverbee, the huckster, who is, slightly a little bit overweight. He has a kind of a greasy mustache, greasy hair, and just a greasy man that's always just kind of looking at you with that untrustworthy look.
Let's get this straight, though. I never roll the injury rolls in Alien, so I can't claim
you
those
always
deaths.
Have to attack me.
That's true, because when Matt does roll the injury die, it usually results in him losing an arm. So I got your back on this one, Matt.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, when Evan rolls it, he gets 65s and 66s. So
it's always death.
Instant death.
That is true.
Awesome. And welcome, Dave. Dave is one of my oldest friends. We've recently reconnected. He was a person that I played role-playing games with when we started playing them back in junior high. So it's good to have him here, and he's gonna play some Deadlands with us tonight.
Yeah, I'm David. I don't have anything to plug. All of my games are offline. I'm playing a blessed named Leon McRae.
Nice. Holy man. They leave it up in the air for the blessed for whatever denomination you want to be. So I don't know what Leon is. But they can be anything from, I don't know, a priest to a shaman or whatever that looks like to you. They're completely open. All right, so we're going to do a Deadlands one-shot tonight, and let's get things kicked off. So we're setting this kind of like between the old Deadlands and the new Deadlands. You are members of what's known as the Explorer Society, which is a group that has been formed that is aware of the strange and supernatural things that have been popping up across the United States, especially in the West. So you're kind of sent into areas to look into these things. The general public is not aware. They do not know who this Explorer Society is. You're more of a secret society. So you don't go around saying like, "Hey, I'm part of the Explorer Society. Look out, we're some ghosts," sort of thing. But you have been asked to go to a small town of Lubbock that is located in Nevada, and it is about 100 miles northeast of Carson City and Reno, and it is along the line of the Denver Pacific Railroad passes through there. So it's not a large town, but because it is on the Denver Pacific line, you do get quite a few people coming through. I'm going to say that you guys come into town on the railroad itself because this is pretty remote and pretty out there, but you've been asked to go there and you're looking for the local sheriff. His name is Buzz Hopkins. And there's been rumor of strange goings-ons here recently. People have been going missing. The locals are in fear. Some of them are blaming the local Paiutes, sorry, the local Native American tribe. But Buzz, who sent the telegram off to have the society come in and look into this, believes that there is something more nefarious going on here, and it's not the Paiutes that are behind it. So let's open up with the train arriving in Lovelock, sorry, not Lubbock, Lovelock, Nevada. And you all disembark the train. There's not much here. There's maybe about a dozen buildings in total. There's just one main thoroughfare. And this place is basically kind of just popped up because it was convenient when they were building the railroad through here. So what do you all want to do? What's your first steps when you come off the train?
Well, Kat would stretch her back, cant her hat up, shake out her hair a little bit, look around, look over at Leon and say, "Bless me, Father, I'm about to sin."
Oh dear, already?
I've been on that train too many days, Father. Let's see if we can't cause a ruckus.
Well, I think we should see if we can't cause a ruckus. Try not to. What do we see from the platform of this town?
From the platform? So you're on the edge of the main thoroughfare. The train station's a little ways off. You can see there is two saloons on the main drag, and they're right across the street from one another. They look quite lively. You can only assume that there's miners and the such in there, spending their findings. There is a general store closest to you at one end of the street. There is a hardware store next to it, and there is a sheriff's office after that, a newspaper, and it looks like various buildings. Maybe people are renting apartments or such, or you're not quite too sure. They're not really marked what the other buildings are on this thoroughfare. But like I said, there's only about 12 or 15 buildings in total. But closest to you is a general store.
I think Dale will kind of sluggishly wake up, go to get up from his train where he was sitting on the bench and kind of pull up his plumber's crack pants, get him up, above his big belly, and he will make his way very bow-legged to the nearest saloon.
All right, yeah, the nearest saloon. The rowdiest one is the nearest one. You're ready to head there?
Oh yeah, he's been taking a power nap. He's ready for the rowdiest.
So you get up, you look around, you look at the others, and you just walk. You just break from the group. You walk past the general store. You walk past the hardware store. You walk past the sheriff's office, and you go right to the nearest saloon, which is the Gem Saloon. And it is wild. You can hear music coming from within. People are shouting and screaming, laughing. And yeah, you walk in. You're standing at the doors. You swing them open, and nobody really pays much attention to you as you walk in.
Yeah, I think initially he will just kind of order a drink, sit down at the bar, and try and do more of a listening thing than talk to anyone right off the bat, just to see if people talk about rumors or gossip about what we're looking at or investigating.
I've got saloon sounds. Yeah, you're sitting around. Let's go ahead and let's make a roll here. Bear with me. You can go ahead and make me a notice roll. as you're kind of sitting there and you're listening in on various tables and what people are saying? People are sitting in the bar. Are you sitting in the bar, or whereabouts you posting
Yeah, I'll
up?
sit at the bar. Yeah.
Sure. Bartender
As
comes
Plumber
over.
Crack reveals again.
Well, what can I get you?
I don't know, sir. Maybe just something light. I got a big day ahead of me, I think.
I've never seen you here before. What brings you to town?
Just doing a little research. Kind of squints his eyes.
He squints his eyes back at you, and he goes, "Whiskey?"
Sounds good.
Turns around, pours you a little glass of whiskey, drops it beside you. You can go ahead and make me a notice roll as you kind of sit back on the bar and observe the room. Oh, look at that! You're already getting them sixes. That's a raise. So in Savage Worlds, for people watching, typically a 4 is a success. Anything above that, you get raises. So there's like degrees of success. So another 4 over would is a raise. You can get another 4 over that. So you got 1 raise, a success with 1 raise. You sit back and you kind of scan the room and you're listening in, and you see there's a table of 3 men. They're sitting there and they have a bottle sitting on the table with them, and they're all drinking heavily. You can see that they're quite inebriated, and they're going on. And this one guy goes, "It was giants, I tell you, giants. They came down and they ripped the damn roof off the house. I was so scared I pissed myself, and I rode here to town. But old Buzz, he wasn't having any of it."
Do the guys that he's talking to believe him, or they think
They're laughing. They're, "Have another drink." They slap
I'll
him on the back,
go.
pour him another one.
grab my whiskey and walk over to him. And are they playing cards, or are they just
No,
drinking?
they're just sitting there drinking.
I'll see if I'll try and sit down next to them if they
Okay.
have a seat open.
As you sit down next to them, I'm going to cut over. What are the rest of the other 3 of you want to do as River B just walks over there and
Yeah.
is taking
I think
taking the salute?
I think after about a 20-minute break in the outhouse, Willie will very angrily and disappointingly sidle over to the sheriff's office,
Sure.
kick the door open. "Where's that damn sheriff, Hopkins? I'm ornery. I got things to do. I ain't got time for this."
Cat looks up from the chair sitting across from the sheriff's desk and said, "Well, if you hadn't been taking a crap for 20 minutes, we'd already be well on to this situation, Willie."
I'll tell you, Cat, if I were taking a crap for 20 minutes, I'd feel a hell of a lot better than I do right now, and I sure as hell be smiling. It was not a very successful mission. Now, what the hell's going on in this town?
I was just about to ask the sheriff that. Tighten your drawers up.
Oh, yeah. And I'll reach down and pull them up.
Leon, did you accompany them to the...
Leon is quietly following, just waiting to see where this goes.
Sure, okay, so you're hiking up your britches, you charge in there, and there's a man sitting at the desk. He's got his feet up on the desk and his hat kind of down over his face, and he sits up and he looks, whoa, hey, what, who are you? What do you want?
Oh, my. I'm Ranger Willie Brimford, and I'm here to do your damn job, son. Now, what the hell's going on?
Sheriff,
I'm
Sheriff, you got
Flash
to
my badge.
you got to understand here. Our territorial ranger here has had a very bad bowel movement, and that's why he's quite so surly.
Now, Cat, I said it. I said it once, I said it 100 times. It's a lack of bowel movements that's driving me so ornery right now.
That's why it was bad. I keep telling you, eat a carrot. Stop eating all those goddamn steaks.
Steaks. If it ain't breathing before I eat, wait, no. If it ain't breathing, at some point in life, I don't want to be eating it.
It's 2 of you arguing. He gets up, he stands up, kind of pushes away from the desk, puts his hat on, walks over to you, goes, "You're the ones they sent? Take a look into this?"
We are competent professionals, I swear to you, Sheriff. I suppose we should, you perhaps should debrief us on what you have witnessed in terms of strange events in this town.
Well, you seem on the level. These other 2, I don't know about them, but
They're on the level, just a different part of the level.
Indeed. Well, the name's Buzz Hopkins. I'm marshal around these parts, as you can tell. We've had a bunch of livestock go missing. Now, some settlers, they vanished up around here too. Folks in town, they're getting a little ornery, and they got in their heads that the Paiutes did it. Some of them hotheads are planning the direct approach and abducting a native youth and making him confess. Now, come on now. I know that this isn't what happened, and that does not sit right with me. But I'm on my own, with no helping coming from the county, and I guess suppose that's why they sent you here. I could use some deputies to help me investigate these disappearances and question them Paiute braves possibly as well. If you're up for it, I'll see to it your hotel room and whiskeys are free as long as you're in Lovelock.
Oh dear.
Didn't get all dressed up for nothing. Where's that other one? Where's that the other the I forget his name. Looks like me but younger.
Willie, you know the first place Dale ever goes is the tavern. He is doing his thing, and we shall find him soon, no doubt. Obviously, Sheriff, we'll take the job. Give me a deputy's badge. She loosens her guns in her holsters. We'll put this straight.
He kind of looks you over, he squints, and then turns his head and spits into a spittoon as it bounces off. And all right, and walks over to the desk, opens a drawer, and tosses down 3 badges.
Cat picks it up, looks at it, just goes, "Yeah, never did quite want to wear one of these, but I'll put it in my pocket just the same." You hear it jangle around. It sounds like she probably has several badges sitting in her pocket.
So there's only 3 of you in there, so he threw 3 badges down.
I will take one as well.
I'll go ahead and take this one for Dale. I got my own right here.
That's true.
I
You're
have
a
a
territorial
ranger
ranger. Yeah, you are a ranger.
I'm not. I don't think I have jurisdiction in Nevada specifically, but
Probably not. Well,
they don't know that. One badge is the same as another.
In this, they kind of leave it open, right? Because there's Texas Rangers, but they're territorial rangers, so you can have kind of a bigger area that you're a ranger in. So, yeah, he goes, all right. Well, you might want to start over at the Milford homestead. That's where the last attack took place. Maybe see if you can find anything, any remnants, and get to the bottom of exactly what's going on here.
Was anybody taken from the Milford homestead?
The whole damn family.
And how many
Kids,
was left?
old man Milford, his wife, and their 3 kids.
How about any of the animals? You said the animals are disappearing too.
All their cows are gone. Giant hole in the fence. Like I said, it's just me up here, and all I can tell is there are some prints, and I don't know where they went. It looks like there was a bit of stampede, but nobody's been able to locate any of those animals.
Got any reason to suspect someone might hold a grudge against the Milfords? Some kind of, family grudges from generations past, and retribution coming to their front doorstep, something like that.
Yeah. Why don't you?
I'll get in his face and intimidate him. Tell me what you know now.
I know you will, because that's your. Isn't that
Yes,
your,
I'm turning into Meat Man all of a sudden.
A little bit.
You are a meat man, yes.
It is Tuesday.
It's true. It's true.
He goes, oh, hey. Okay. The Milfords, they didn't. There was a dispute when it came to settling the lands here, and I know the Smiths had their eye on that homestead, and they had put their name down. But I don't know what happened. Something took place, and the Milfords ended up with that homestead right on the river. As you know, water is quite scarce out here in the desert, and that is a highly sought-over piece of land. So you could go to the Smiths homestead, and he kind of pulls out a map of the area, and he points to where the different homesteads are and shows you.
Now, Sheriff, which other of the homesteads have been hit?
Well, you see, that is the first one where people
Oh.
have disappeared. For the most part, it's just kind of been grazing cows that have gone missing, and people just on the roads, coming into town, leaving town, never seen or heard from again. This is the first report where something has gone after people, and they've disappeared, and that's what's gotten everybody on edge here.
That's mighty interesting. Now, Sheriff, we came in on the train, so you're going to need to supply us with some horses and saddles and the like.
All right, go over see Tiny in the livery. He writes a little note down. He hands you a piece of paper. Says, "Give this to him. He'll set you up with some ponies."
All right.
Thank you,
Well-
Sheriff. Is there
well-
anything else we should know?
No, I just make sure you, if possible, keep tempers in check involving the Paiutes. Like I said, I don't think they did it, and I don't want anything to happen to any of them. We don't need a war breaking out here, either between us and them. Things are good. We get along. So if you hear anything or see any trouble, I want, you have my blessing to intervene.
She pulls the brim of her hat down a little bit. She goes, "Now, Sheriff, you said there was one particular individual or a small group of your townsfolk who were thinking about going to kidnap one of those Native American children. Who's their ringleader? We might need to have a conversation with him."
Yeah, well, they come and go out of town. They're a group of cowboys. You can go check one of the saloons here, but might ask around for Lanky LaRue.
Lanky LaRue. I take it he's a short, stout man?
Just chuckles. Yeah, something like that.
Well, Marshal, you want to lead on?
You're talking to the sheriff? Or are you
I'm
talking to the territorial
I'm talking to.
ranger?
I apologize, Territorial Ranger Willie. I did not mean to
Alright.
disrespect your badge.
It's all right. People have been disrespecting it my whole life. We might as well go and get Dale, get them horses. We got work to do. As he kind of holds his stomach a little bit, he's like, "Let's go."
IBS Willie.
Yes. Let's jump back over to the saloon there. You're at the table with these fellas, and you pull up a chair and you sit down, and they all look at you. "Who the hell are you?" You can smell the alcohol coming off their breath.
I'm not here to talk to anyone but the man without giants. So tell me that story again.
Again? They'll look at you.
Yeah, I want to.
Do we know you? Have we met you
No,
before?
I don't care about you two. He just goes to that one guy that told the story. Go into real detail. What happened?
He looks at you, and he's hiccuping, and he's very inebriated. His eyes are wall-eyed and looking around the room. He's like, "Do I know you, mister?
Yeah, you know me.
You OPP?" He goes, I don't think so. If you want, you can roll persuasion or intimidation, whatever you want. I'll let you choose.
Persuasion
Your
or
approach. Dealer's choice.
I'm trying to persuade him. Yeah, I'm trying to get the truth serum working.
Do you have any spells that you want to cast? No? Okay.
Oh, no.
So a 3 is a fail.
I don't have.
If you want, you can spend a Benny. By
And
doing
that
so,
lets
you
me
just
roll again?
I'll let you roll again. So you just click the Benny on the far right-hand corner of the traits tab of your sheet. It'll drop it on the table, and you can roll again. I can do it for you.
Okay, you do it, yeah. There we go. Didn't do anything when I clicked it.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Okay, so a success with 1 raise. You haven't hit those 2 raises yet. You're shy of the 12 both times.
Just barely.
So what did you say? What approach did you use? I'm sorry, you used persuasion.
Persuasion, yeah.
So how did you persuade him? What did you say to him?
I said, I heard your story at the bar, and I'm just trying to figure out Why you told it?
Why I told nobody believes me with what I saw. I saw the biggest damned man I've ever seen in my life. I was riding back to town, and I was over there by the Milford homestead, and this giant man. His head was in the clouds. He had a big club. He walked on over to the house, and he ripped the damned roof right off, and picked them people up and carried them away. You believe me, don't you? And the others are laughing. They have another one, Steven? And they're pouring him drinks.
I look him straight and say, "Yeah, I believe you, son. Just you see where that giant went, or you just fled?"
I turned tail and fled. Would you follow a giant?
I don't say anything. I kind of nod to him and I hand him the rest of my drink, kind of toss it to him. And I say, "I appreciate it. I'll see you again sometime."
Who are you?
Don't worry about it, Steven.
Okay. And it just kind of goes back to drinking. They're laughing. Giant men, huh? Ripping roofs off houses. And they laugh and they're slapping them on the back and they go back to drinking.
Yeah, I'll walk out.
Yeah, you walk out and I'm going to say you just about bump into the other three as you walk out.
Hey.
Well, you find out any good information in there?
Well, I don't know if y'all are going to believe it, but they were saying giants was the ones that attacked the farm.
Of course it was giants. Seems pretty clear it was giants. Take this damn badge. And I go ahead and just gonna push it push right onto your chest. Like, here's a badge. You're deputized.
Willie, I have a question. When's the last time you had a good poop?
Like, man, it's been like a fortnight. It's been rough.
You don't need to take it out on me. I'm just,
I know.
getting information just like you.
I apologize.
You know,
Damn.
I never shot a giant before. I think this might be a wonderful day.
He said the Milford farm, that's where he saw it, and then he ran into town. But if that's a true giant, then there's got to be some tracks.
Well, we got a chit here to go pick up some horses. Why don't we take a ride out to the Milfords and find out what's going on?
Do you reckon we ought to intervene in the Lanky LaRue matter before we leave town?
Yeah, that's
They might do something drastic.
a fair point.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Oh, he's a troublemaker wanting to go kidnap the Indian children and, cause trouble. Get the whole town destroyed by a group of, angered Native Americans. Idiot. We should go talk to him.
Suppose it wouldn't take long to assess his intentions anyway.
That is true.
We get a location of that Lanky LaRue.
In a bar. One of the saloons. Since there's only two, it shouldn't be that hard to find him.
I'm gonna kick the saloon doors open. Which one of y'all's Lanky LaRue?
All right.
God damn
I'll
it,
give
Willie.
you
Can you just
take a Benny for that. I don't know if you can give him. I'll put it on your character sheet. Which ones of you sons of bitches is Lanky LaRue? Yeah, you kick the door open. So the door to the saloon that you're standing at, that that is it. Dale just came out of.
Yeah.
And the whole place is like record scratch. They'll turn and look at you, and they see this heavy-set older man sweating profusely.
Or horribly out of breath, too.
Horribly out of breath.
From kicking that door in. That was a lot.
And shouting. And a group of 6 men sitting near the door kind of take interest in you. And one of them shouts, "Who's asking?"
Who do you think's asking? Go ahead, Kat.
Cat walks around and she goes, "Well, this here is Territorial Ranger," and then she pushes her serape back and just strums her fingers along the sides of her holsters. She goes, "And I'm a deputy of this town, so I do believe which one of you is Lanky LaRue should come over here and talk to us before I have to put you and your friends down and drag you to the sheriff's office."
He just looks at you. See him kind of move his mouth around and just spits on your boots.
Spits on Cat's boots.
Spits on Cat's boots.
Oh no.
Cat draws a pistol and shoots his hat off his head.
Oh, you're overconfident, aren't you? Okay.
I
Yeah,
am.
I'll give you a Benny for that. All right. You asked me if we're going to be a showdown or duel tonight. I said no. There's not going to be any duels. Okay. So you're aiming for a small target,
Yep.
right? So there's going to be some negatives to this. You
Yep.
specifically want to do the hat, right?
Yep.
This
Yep.
is start 6.
But it's
Oh, don't miss.
So
We're
I
not
believe
even
it's
gonna get to the giant.
I believe it's a -4.
It's true, but I'm a marksman, so my first shot gets to reduce my negative by 2, so it's only a -2.
Okay. Very good.
Come on, open up.
And you've got that Benny I just gave you. You can always spend. Yeah. Wow. This is. I was not expecting this.
You don't shoot on a person. You don't spit on a person's shoes, man. That's
Boots.
It's just you don't spit on a gunslinger's boots.
We live in a society. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do you want to
I'll,
use a Benny?
I'll spend a Benny on that. You'll have to do it for me.
Yes, I will adjust that. Brains in the mist, says Beowulf.
Here we go, people.
All right, go ahead and re-roll, and I'll get rid of
Okay.
that Benny off your character sheet.
Come on, right
You're
here.
not the territorial ranger. Where are you, gunslinger? Oh,
Ooh,
Oh.
boy.
you can spend another Benny. You can keep going.
All right, I'll spend one more Benny, and
Okay.
then we're just gonna kill them all.
Oh, yeah, we might not make it to the homestead.
I'm not feeling confident in this.
I know when he said 6 people, I'm like, oh, I realized there were going to be 6 of them when I kicked the door open.
Oh, it's still not it.
For the love
Oh,
of
just
God.
shy of 1.
All right, so
All
I'll
right.
just shoot him.
Yeah, you shoot him. Go ahead and roll your damage. You miss the head, but you're gonna nick him. You're gonna hit him.
We just heard he sold a constipation tonic.
What?
It was like, poof.
Cat, put your damn gun away.
Okay.
So then
6
Cat
damage.
draws her second Colt as she says as she shoots, and then says, "Anybody else want to spin on my boots?" 'Cause
I'm
now
sure
it looks-
all-
Now it looks like it's 5 against 4, and we're the law.
You rolled 6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks down at the wound, or like you hit him. I'm gonna say you hit him in the arm. It kind of grazed. You didn't get right where you're going for. It's not like a kill shot or anything like that. And then he looks down his arm. He puts his hand on it, and he lifts his hand up, and there's blood on it. He's like, "You son of a bitch! You shot me."
I am a bitch, not a son of a bitch. Can you not see this face, this long red hair?
We've got a problem here,
Hold on,
boys.
everybody. I believe our conversation has kind of taken a wrong turn. We just want to talk to somebody. Are you
just shot
Haru?
Uh,
Addressing the man with the
okay.
Are they not drawing weapons at us?
Yeah, like they're all reaching over their weapons. The
Okay.
table's being pushed away. They're all getting to stand up. You're a man of the cloth, though, aren't you? Are you wearing? Are you a priest? What are you? And is it visible?
I have a Bible in my
Okay.
gear. I'm a priest. Yeah, I have a clerical collar on. They probably recognize me.
You are heroic. You're loyal and you're passive. These are your hindrances: pacifist, loyal, and heroic. So it is kind of heroic stepping in here right now.
And
It's also stupid.
is trying to.
Do you want to try and like diffuse the situation?
That's what I'm trying to do. De-escalate the situation. Although shots have been fired, so
I'm gonna say you can roll me persuasion, but you're gonna need a raise. So you're gonna need like an 8 or higher for this, essentially.
okay.
A 4 is not gonna cut it after you shot, or not you, Cat shot one of these men.
Oof.
So that's a 3. It's a failure. You can spend a Benny and re-roll if you want.
I think I will. It seems very important. This is under traits, right?
Yeah, I threw your Benny. Oh, so
Oh,
your
yours
Benny's
worked. Yeah.
That's weird. I mean, maybe because I made you the owner of the character sheet. I'll do that for the others. So go ahead and
Oh, could
roll
be,
that
yeah.
again.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So close.
Okay. You can reroll again. You can keep going if you want, but that's up
We
to
just get
you.
an old-fashioned shootout.
I think if I could heroically stop a gunfight, I would like to do that. So
Okay. I did give you a Benny for doing this because this is heroic.
okay.
So go ahead and just roll it again.
Basically has to get an 8 on one of the dice.
They have to. Expend
Oh, man.
All right. So, you can keep spending bennies. It's up to you. I won't stop you. But at this point, they're all kind of like they're pushing you aside, like out of the way, father.
I'll say I'll give it one last shot.
Okay.
To step
Holy moly.
in. Okay, so persuasion.
Oh,
Man, we've had some bad rolls.
fours are usually good. It's
Yeah.
just a man. You just shot a man. So they push you aside. Step aside, father. This ain't the time for words. And they all start reaching for their guns.
Cat just says, "All right, smoke those smoke wagons. Let's go."
Oh. Really? Okay.
I think
She's overconfident. It's
You
who
are
she is.
overconfident.
I guess Willie will try where decency from Leon has failed. I will try to over intimidate, and I'll like, you know, from my heavy poncho that I have, I'll just push it off to the side. There's my shoddy just like kind of sticking down like down my pant leg there, and I'll be like, "Now hold on there, son. If you pull them guns out, you don't want to know what's gonna happen to you. You might never heard of big Willie Brimford out here, but I tell you out east, they know me well. And I don't leave anyone breathing once I pull this Winchester out." So I'm just trying to intimidate them, get them to stand down a bit, or scare one or two of them.
Can you like help in this game at all? Like, is there any aiding or anything?
That is a great question.
Because I was I would also say like, let's settle this with a good old fashioned game. How about it? Try and see if they'll play cards with them.
Yeah. I'm just looking in the book here for assist rolls. It's been so long since we've done this. I can't.
Or diplomacy. You know what? Just shoot Cat in the ear too, and then everything's fine, right?
Look, shoot her in the shoulder. It's cool.
It'd be fair.
She's over there going, "Come on, skin those shooters."
Yeah. I'll give you a +2 to your roll. We'll just do that. We'll just play it fast and loose.
Is this me or Evan that's making the roll?
It's you.
Okay. So
Yeah, I was just saying that afterwards for your.
okay. +2, you said?
Yeah.
Push it
Give
there.
yourself +2.
Do we still need an 8, right?
Yeah, diffuse the situation.
I'll spend a Benny and try it again.
We have spent like 1,000,000 bennies just in the freaking.
I know.
know.
Can we buy bennies? They're asking. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Beowulf. You can buy bennies. It's the same as buying a 6 or success, or whatever we got set up here on Garblade.
Everyone spent all their money on Symborum, so. Well, that was
over on Free League. So if they want to buy bennies, you can buy bennies.
Oh
Oh
man!
my goodness,
Yeah, I couldn't spend my Benny, by the way. I don't know why.
that's weird.
Let's
Okay,
face it. Let's
I'll
face it.
do
It's just,
one
it's
more.
just a gunfight.
I'll do one more. I'll do one more because I did get the extra from my kicking the door down.
It seems like it's really meant to be. To be
I really
honest.
did. This is the last
We've rolled like 8 times. You still got
Okay,
the same thing.
so
thought I had it that time.
let's kind of jump to combat here.
Yeah,
So
it's clearly meant to be.
if you right-click on the fist icon in the top right-hand corner, it'll break out the sheet. Whoa, I don't know why there's so many of you on there.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of us.
So we just click once on our.
Let me just
Initiative card.
remove some combatants here.
At least now I can have a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
That's right. It's going to be your magic that saves us all.
Maybe.
All right, these guys aren't wild cards. So I'm gonna begin combat. The way it works is it's gonna deal all of you a card.
Oh man,
then we
got
go-
Are they
Are
cowboys? Oh fuck!
So they go first. They stand up and they grab their pistols. The one you shot is gonna try and shoot you,
I'm sure he will.
Cat. He pulls out a Colt.
So they have like the same rules as we do.
No, so they're easier to kill, and they can't They can't re-roll. They don't get bennies, and they only get 1 die when rolling because they're not wild
okay.
cards. So wild cards are the same thing as you guys. Like characters that have 3 wounds, they get the wild die. These are, I can't remember, they're called mooks or something like that in this,
Right,
where
just cronies.
they're weak. Yeah. So he goes to shoot you in this scene. The whole bar saloon erupts. People are they're getting out of the way. They're diving behind tables, and misses you point blank, Cat. The others are kind of like looking at each other like, are we doing this?
Cat just gives him that half smile and just looks at him like, it's time.
Ooh, twos. There you go.
And 3 in total open fire, and the other 3 are kind of looking at each other, and they don't know what to do. And so
Is
the
one
3
of
that
them
shot at
lanky
you
or no?
missed. It's over to you, Willie. What do? You're still there at the door. 3 of these guys have shot, and 3 of them are kind of like, they're looking at you. They're looking at the guy that got shot. They're trying to like, do they really want to do this?
Okay, so no one's been shot yet, other than the one guy that
Yes.
Cat shot.
Correct.
Okay,
Do I have-
so I'm just gonna ask you if I can do this. This is just me, just trying to be theatrical. Can I just take the shotgun and just rifle butt him in the head instead of shoot him as a way of just trying to
to
de-escalate?
defuse it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hitting him and see. I'm gonna try that as opposed to killing a guy right here.
Yeah. No, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, just go ahead and make me a fighting roll, please.
Okay. All right. Okay.
There you go. There's those 6s you're
Hey.
looking for. 14.
Oh
So go
my
ahead,
god!
roll
I
me-
took his head off. Oh.
roll me damage with a raise. Like, just use the weapon damage. It's fine. I don't care. But do it with a
okay.
raise, and I just want to see what you get. And I know this is non-lethal. You're just...
Raise
I wanted to
damage.
de-escalate, and his head flies across the room.
Is that with the raise? Did you click the little raise thing? I think it
I
gives...
did
just
click
roll,
the raise thing, but it didn't do anything.
Just roll another d6.
Okay.
Just for fun. Okay, cool.
8 total.
So it comes to you. Like 3 of these cowboys are looking at you. They're looking back at the guy who's moving forward with this. He's ordering them to shoot. You walk over. You're grumbling, and you just like crack across the back of this guy's head, and he crumbles to the floor. And they kind of turn to you with their guns drawn, unsure what to do.
And I'll just scream out, no, because I'm old. And I'll be like, listen, I'm just a week or 2 away from death anyway, so I ain't got nothing to lose, but you all do, you young little whippersnappers, you. Now get your asses out of here, unless your name is Blanky LaRue. The rest of you can get out of here before something bad happens to you.
Yeah, just roll me an intimidation. I know you've already
Okay.
made a roll in your turn, but
All right,
roll
that's
me an
fine.
intimidation.
4.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they look and they're like, they slowly lower their guns. Some of them still leave their guns up, and they just walk with their backs. Like they're looking at you the whole time, and they got like their backs towards the door, and they walk out looking at you the whole time. And they hop on their horses, like, "Go get the rest of the boys! Go get them!" And they ride out of town.
We now have a time limit on this here mission.
Well, Willie, if you just let me shoot all of them, we wouldn't have had that problem.
Well, there were more of them than us, and I'm pretty sure even though that first one missed us, some of the others might have. And if we got
all
giants to deal with,
all 3 of them missed, and I got 2 guns. But all right, you're the territorial ranger.
you got a badge on that chest now. You can't just go around licensed to murder folks in the middle of the saloon, as
Isn't
much
that-
as I might
isn't
want
that-
to.
Isn't that what the badge? I mean, I got a pocket full of badges. I thought for sure that's what the whole thing purpose of the badge. What?
Kids today ain't got no respect for the law. Anyway, we better get the hell out of here and go check out that damn Milford homestead before they come back here with the rest of them.
Well, which one of these fellas is Lanky LaRue?
They never said.
Don't
I
think it
think-
matters anymore.
I think that ship has sailed. I think we're giving up on it. You shot him.
Is the fella you knocked out? Well, let's take him with us.
Nope. We are on a mission that is not this. This is a side quest, and we are getting distracted. And you failed your attempt to do it. So
Let's quickly
yeah.
confirm whether this is indeed Lanky LaRue. Just identify him.
I highly doubt the one guy we knocked out
What
just
are the
happens to be
chances?
the leader.
Right?
I think it's
He He was the fellow who did spit on my boot when I asked for Lanky LaRue.
Look at him. He's actually lanky. It can't be the right guy. You know those names are about people that
He's
don't have that
he's
ability.
short
Ironic.
and squat in stature.
Definitely lanky.
Is there a barkeep or anything in here?
Oh yeah, the bartender's still behind the bar.
Barkeep, is this here Lanky LaRue? Can you just answer this question for us real fast? For the love of, if you want us out of your establishment,
You can just say
Answering
no.
this
It's
question.
totally fine. He doesn't have to be Lanky LaRue. We are gonna just walk out of here as deputies with our heads held high.
lower high, Jeff.
low.
Nah, that's not Lanky LaRue. It's one of his boys.
All right.
That's Stinky Pete.
I'll flip a coin. Will you buy Stinky Pete a sarsaparilla when he wakes up? Tell it's from Big Willie Brimford. No hard feelings. Now let's get the hell out of here.
All right. All of you gained Benny's. Beowulf fought everybody at Benny also, so it's been added to your character
Thank you,
sheets.
Beowulf.
All right, so you go over to the livery and go see Tiny about getting your ponies. The whole town's abuzz as you're walking through. People are like pointing at you when you can hear they're whispering. And
Don't point at me. Point at her.
they're
She
giving you like a
has
wide
no-
berth as they see you coming down the thoroughfare. It's like,
Cat waves. She's
Just
like,
tipping the cap.
she's like, evening. I don't suppose any of y'all ain't Lanky LaRue. I done shot one of his men in the saloon because he spit on my boot.
I think you will know, Kat, when Lanky LaRue is coming back.
Well, I hope so, because he and I have words. We still have words we need to share, Lanky LaRue and I.
Can we
And his
focus on why we're even here? I don't understand why we're getting into this business.
You're right. You're right.
all right, you make your way to the livery. You're greeted by the man who tends to it. You produce.
Yeah, give over that there that slip. Let's get these ponies and get out of
Oh,
here.
Here you go, Tiny. Sheriff sent us down for some horses.
He's a big man. He's got a beard. He's bald. He's not wearing a hat or anything like that. He's got a apron or smock on. He kind of looks at you, squints, grabs a letter, looks at it for you, and okay, lets out a sigh and disappears into the livery. And a few minutes later, he brings out 4 horses. They've got saddles on them, and they don't look to be the best horses. They look pretty old, pretty gray. Rode hard, put away wet, if you will. And he goes, here you go. 4 ponies.
Tiny, these are mighty ugly now. But that's all right. I got a question for you, though, Tiny. Would you ever spit on a woman's boots?
I don't
Very
understand. the
important. If
question.
a woman came up and asked you, would you spit on her boots?
Not necessarily.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer. Okay, let's chop on this one.
Chop, chop. All right.
See, Dale, he wouldn't spit on the lady's boots. She's riding away. She's riding off.
All right. Yeah, so you head to the homestead.
Yeah, Milford's.
The Milford homestead.
Milford.
On the way out there, it's pretty uneventful. Like there are trails, paths that people use commonly, so it's not like you're going across rough terrain or anything like that. People come and go out of town all the time for supplies. You make your way out there. On the way out there, though, you do see in the distance. Actually, everybody make me a notice roll, please. We'll just do that.
Notice roll.
Notice roll.
Notice roll.
Look at this. Oh, where were these 6s previously?
See everything.
Hey.
I see a better way of handling that encounter.
All right. So, Dale
Not a
and
photo,
Willie, specifically, Willie. So you guys see some figures on horses off in the distance. It looks like they're headed towards town. There's 5 of them in total. Everybody sees these, I'll say, actually, even if you fail. But our gunslinger and our blessed, you think this might be Lanky LaRue's men. But Willie and Willie and Dale. You get a closer look, and it appears they're Native Americans. It looks like there's some Paiutes, and they're heading into town. It doesn't look like you're squinting, and you've got the trained eyes of a ranger. You can see things at great distances, and they're not riding into town angry or armed or anything like that. But it looks like there is a group of Paiutes heading into town as you're heading out.
Now, Dale, I know we've got things to do. But if we don't go and warn them poor fellas, there's going to be a shootout in that town worse than we just saw in that saloon.
Well, let's just give
that,
them
that was bad. That was a shootout.
a quick warning, let them know what's going on. And if they want to continue into town, it's their choice.
Sure. Maybe they know a little bit about what might befall the Milfords, too. So we'll...
You can try and hail them, wave
yeah.
at them.
Hey, you guys!
Hey,
You wave your
you
guns in the air and fire
guys!
them.
You guys!
Hello.
Yeah, so you ride over there, and you know as a ranger, you know how you're not gonna ride up threatening or anything like that, and you greet them and say you've had run-ins with the Paiutes before, so you know protocol and etiquette and things like that. And you approach the six of them, and they seem kind of leery. And one of them kind of breaks from the pack of the others and rides over to you and greets you. What is it? Why did you call us over here?
Well, warning. The town's it's a pot getting ready to boil over right now, and unfortunately they're directing a lot of their anger at you and your kin. I would recommend maybe y'all just wait on your town duty until after the four of us can get to the bottom of whatever the hell happened over at Milford. We can exonerate you of whatever these small-minded folk are saying you did.
He nods and I appreciate the warning, but my people were on the move. We've heard that the Saitika have come back, and we're as a whole making our way towards town. We're just riding ahead of the rest of them. We fear that they've come back to hunt us.
The what now has come back?
The Saitika, giants who eat flesh.
Oh,
We thought we had rid them a long time ago, but there's rumor that they're back.
did you hear they were back or see them back?
I can't say for certain, but you may want to speak with our chief, Hani. He might be able to tell you more.
Where might we find him?
He's riding with the rest of our people, and he's about a few hours back in that direction. He points the direction they came from, and it's also the direction you're moving towards. He goes, they're about a few hours east of here. They're making their way towards town.
Okay, perhaps we can catch up with him.
And then
Thank you, and keep yourself safe.
he kind of tips his hat. Appreciate it. And they ride on.
I just
Perhaps.
want to point out that I did not shoot at anyone's hat during that encounter.
Yeah, you're really growing, Cat. You're really
Yeah.
growing.
They seemed like nice fellas.
They did.
Yeah, that's what happens when you keep your guns in your holsters. You can actually have a conversation. It's crazy.
Well, you
You don't need to brandish them like you're a big hotshot, because you know what, God, you're really not. Hate to
Well-
break it to you.
Well, Dale, don't you go disrespecting me, gambler.
Those two
I know I
out.
lost my belt 2 weeks ago, and it's been a hard time keeping my pants up, but I'm just shooting it straight with you.
What's your quirk? You have a quirk. And it lets you get to choose whatever it is. It's a minor. It could be like a twitch or something like that. But that is one of your hindrances, Evan.
My pants can't ever stay
What?
above my crack.
Okay.
Just a constant
Just
slides down. Got to adjust it, put
Let's
it back
hike them up over and over again. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good. All right, so you ride on. The rest of the ride is uneventful, and in the distance you can see the homestead, and there's a fence as you approach, and there's a massive hole that's just been just smashed is the best way to describe it into this fence. Like something, it almost appears like something has come down on it, just by looking at it. And this is where the cattle would have been. And it's just splinters of wood, cracked wide open. That's the first thing you see. That's the first thing you encounter. And this is before the house. You can see the homestead in the distance. And from here even, you can see that it appears like the roof has, or at least a portion of the roof has been like pulled away or swept up by maybe a twister or something from here.
Dale, what do you make of that?
I don't know. Could be what we're looking for. I mean, if it's truly a giant, it's got to be some giant fucking marks, right?
But you do all that hoodoo stuff.
I can see. Can I try and make some sort of occult check, or I don't know what?
Occult
Something
check?
that, or it just seems like what I've heard. If this seems to match, like, okay, they keep talking about giants. This looks like giant stuff, or is it something different?
Yeah, you can make an occult, but this is going to be tough even for you. But if anybody who's there at the fence now, you can all make survival checks and kind of like look at the scene, maybe look at some prints, try to figure out what happened. You can all do that. Look at you with that 4s. Oh.
Hey!
Oh. Yeah.
Survival's not exactly one of my strengths.
So with your occult roll, yeah, you have heard of these sites.
Oh my god, actually.
And they're rumored to be a race of pale, red-headed cannibals. And they were rumored to be giants. And they plagued tribes such as the Paiutes. But it is there's tales of them banding together and basically ridding them. They trapped them in a cave, and they basically killed them with smoke and fire. So you have heard of these things, but it seems ridiculous to you.
Seems like could be them, but I don't know. The legends say that they're gone, so it's weird that they're back again.
We got 2 survival. If you want, their Huckster and our Blessed can make survival rolls.
So it's untrained if I don't have it right.
Yeah, so it'll just roll it'll roll a D4 and a 6, and you'll see it had a -2 there for Cat.
Willie makes a beeline for the outhouse.
Ooh, Huckster's on
He
fire.
ain't got time to look around here for tracks.
Sure, the outhouse is over by so you just keep riding.
Just let me know how it goes. I'll see y'all in about 20 minutes.
So
Wait, are you actually, if you're just sitting there for 20 minutes doing nothing, then it's actually a waste of time.
You can call out if you need something.
There ain't nothing we can do about it, Dale.
all right, so
I am
you're-
driven to have a bowel movement.
He has
That's
got
what my
some
driven
serious
is
issues.
there, Matt.
Is that a
Yeah.
hindrance for you? You're driven to have a bowel movement?
I just was thinking of something that would work at a short term. So I'm just like, this will work.
So you're just kind of abandon them and let them do all the
Yep.
investigating. Okay,
He's a very old man, constipated and angry.
very good. There you go. I'll give you a Benny. So Kat and Dale, you're taking a look at the scene. You find there's tracks, there's prints. You can see hoof prints from cattle, and you can see it looks like they've maybe stampeded out of this opening that was brought down on the fence, and it was definitely brought down. Something came crashing down on the fence at this point and just split it open. Like you can see the broken wood and timber underneath, and something flattened this. Amongst the stampeding cattle tracks, you find in the mud and the dirt a large track. You can't quite make out what it is, but it is a single track. It's kind of roundish. It's not a firm imprint, but just like looking over it at a quick glance, one would have assumed that it was kind of like prints within prints given the stampede, but this looks like one big large print. You can't tell what made it. It doesn't look like an animal or anything like that you've seen before, because it's not a heavy imprint, a very clear one, but there is one single giant footprint, and this thing's like 2.5 feet long. It's huge.
Yeah. I think Dale bends over again. I don't know, with his kind of bends to his knees. You can see his butt crack is super visible to everybody. He goes and gets a little bit of the mud and kind of sniffs it. Saitika. This is it. This is it.
Reverend, what do you make of this? I can't make heads or tails of any of this stuff.
Well, I found it quite terrifying. It seems like some sort of cataclysm, such as you might find in the earlier books, but it is unfamiliar to me. What kind of shape is the foot? Is it like a print? It's like a human-shaped footprint, or like
you're even with that raise, you're unable to determine, because there's so much has kind of gone through this area, it's stampeded through here. You can't make it out. It's just like a big, large imprint. It's roundish, but you can't see you can't tell if it's a bear or something else, something supernatural, or a human footprint. You can't really tell just by looking at it, because it's not a great print. But you did kind of zero it out as a single print.
So it looks as though this creature stomped on the fence, but where was its next step? It obviously isn't here anymore.
Well, if it was stampeding, then he naturally would chase the cattle, right?
Well, it looks like he stopped at least long enough to have a snack on the poor folks in the homestead.
Yeah, we don't see any other prints or any other direction.
You don't. This is the only one that you can make out. So there's not like a trail or a path you can follow either from here.
Right.
So you can't tell what direction it went off in, but you do have the house as well to go investigate.
Yeah, perhaps
Let me try that.
you will be able to reconstruct what happened.
Yeah. You can ride up on the house and you can hear Willie grunting in the outhouse.
Just screaming.
Damn it.
It's like Austin Powers too. Just it's not very good.
It's not very good.
I feel like it's not working for him.
Dale, you and I both know Willie's he's gonna die within the next week or two anyway, but he might as well try for the next 20 minutes to live a
Yeah,
good life.
you know, I bet when it comes out, that's the end of his life.
I'm pretty sure he is.
That sweet relief is all he needed to cross the line.
He's opening the gates to heaven, you might say.
Yeah.
At any time, salvation may find us.
Well, you know, Reverend, I don't have my letters, but I'm always happy to hear your sermons when you're preaching over Willie and his bathroom experiences. But let's take a look at this house.
Yeah, so you ride up on this house. The front porch, it looks like it's just been smashed or blown up or something. Like dynamite has hit it and it's kind of shattered in every direction. A piece of the roof is missing. There is blood noticeable on the wood or on the house. Everybody go ahead and make me a notice roll as you kind of go in here and start checking it out.
Yes. Not you, Willie. You're pooping.
No, Willie's out of this.
No. Willie's gonna make a fighting roll though.
Oh, there you go. That's a good roll. 7?
So,
Nice.
We can rock with that.
you're gonna make a fighting roll
Fighting with...
against your bowels?
Just go. I'm bringing this way too far down than I mean to.
No, not in Willie's stool, Beowulf.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so you start surveying the scene. Like, the three of you walk into the house, and you're looking it over, and, there's blood on the floors, like on the floorboards. Looks like there's teeth you find also laying out. There's no sign of people. The people are gone that were once there. The roof's been almost like, it looks like it was pulled from the outside. And Dale, you find a long red hair, like the length of your arm. As you're going through.
Just kidding.
It's just like I read. Apparently those giants had red hair. It's proof.
You also pick up on the smell of wood smoke and charred meat is like lingering around in the area, which is odd.
Like an actively burning fire?
That's what it almost smells like, but there is none in the area. It was like it's been left behind from whatever was here. You also find that there's chips of stone embedded in the floorboards and in the door. But there's no food, animals, or people. The food is also gone.
Does it look like what happened here? Like, for example, the family getting eaten or, mauled, like happened in the house, or they were carried away?
With your success, I'll say from the blood and all that, it doesn't look like they were killed here, but were taken away. There isn't like mass amounts of blood of that would be the scene of like a murder or someone being shot or bludgeoned or anything like that.
Right.
So you said there was teeth on the floor. How many teeth? Like, does it look like they just pulled the teeth out of everybody's mouths? Or?
It looks like there's just a few human teeth, and yeah, it looks like they're pulled out. Like it's got like all of it, the whole tooth, yanked out.
But just a few, not
just
like...
a few. Yep.
And these stone chips that are embedded in the door and in inside, what do they look like? I mean, they just look like just normal stone, or
it looks like it's. We'll use the success from Dale there, or no, from Cat. It was Cat who had the raise. It looks like it's come off of worked stone, like it's been rounded and it's been shaped, and this kind of like chipped off of or hewn off of a tool.
So this looks like perhaps as giants, they're carrying some sort of stone tools. It's a little primitive, but I suppose if you're a giant, you don't need to be all that advanced.
I could talk to the spirits if we feel like we're running out of information.
Well, I suppose we could still go up the road a little ways and talk to that chief. What was they call it? Hani, and see what he might be able to tell us about where these fellas might be holed up.
They certainly know more about these giants than we do. Are there any signs of like combat, like bullet holes or cartridges or anything?
Yeah, actually, when you're looking over the scene, there looks like you find a couple of bullet holes right through the wall, around the front door, and that's all you can really find. And there's no traces of weapons though remaining behind.
Well, I trust they are still alive somewhere.
Well, Reverend, I sincerely hope you're right. She shakes her head. She's like, there's no chance he's right. They're so dead.
It's at that point you guys all hear shotgun blasts from outside, just unloading into the outhouse. So if any of you peek out, I am literally shooting my shotgun and destroying the outhouse.
We all know what that is. No one needs to be alarmed. Okay, I want to, while that's happening, and I'm trying not to pay attention to that, I want to cast a spell.
Oh, really? What spell do you want to cast? One of the ones
cast...
you know, or are you going to...
No, I want to deal with the devil.
Here now? Okay.
Well, I have a couple options, so I want to see what happens. But I'm trying to cast Farsight, so it lets me see up to a mile. So I'm trying to see if we can like see where we're going, or see like I could see a cave and there's a giant. You know what I'm saying? Like try and view farther than we can.
So what happens is you gotta spend a Benny.
Okay.
And then a Manitou, which is a demon in this world, just basically appears. So we'll just kind of say, what do you call out to this thing, or whatever that looks like?
Yeah, I think he goes into like a bit of a trance as he's like shuffling his deck of cards, and as he's like shuffling them and doing the bridge, his like eyes roll back, and it's like he's doing it without thinking. Like it's like muscle memory. He's just shuffling constantly, and it's like he goes into.
So as you do that, I'm gonna say like kind of like it's like the lights fade around you. I'm gonna say the others just kind of stop in their place, and time kind of comes to a stop, a halt, and this like demon just kind of like manifests in front of you with a big grin on its face. And you're gonna play poker with it. So you have to choose a power. So you have to tell the marshal which power your huckster is trying to cast, and total up the number of power points it requires to cast. So how many power points is it?
2.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Then you make a gamble roll, and you draw 5 cards. So for that, go ahead and use the macro.
Okay.
And you have a bunch of edges that give you bonuses for this. It actually takes that into account, so you don't need to worry about.
Okay, I think you need to. It says I can't do it because I must be a huckster or metal mage. It's not.
Click on your huckster token.
Oh yeah, down there. Okay.
Now try it.
Yep, there we go. Okay, let me give me my. Can you give me my Benny back? It's gonna make me spend it again.
Yeah. I'll give you another Benny.
Sorry, I didn't know how this worked.
Yep, it's all good.
Okay, and then I just click roll. Do you want to re-roll my gambling roll? Oh, that's
so
my
you got a
thingy.
4. So you make a gambling roll, then you draw 5 cards plus 1 extra for a success or 2 for a raise. So you can get more cards the higher.
I could do
you
card
roll.
sharp and re-roll. That's my card sharp ability.
Yeah,
it would re-roll both of them and not keep my 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll re-roll it.
Okay, so that'll spend another. No,
Same thing.
All right, so there's your cards. Your cards are displayed down there that you got. So you get to select 5 cards now. I can't really see what those are because they're really tiny.
Well,
but what do you got?
can I say this out loud? Is it okay?
Yeah, you can tell
Okay, well, isn't Joker's really good?
Jokers are wild.
I have 2 Jokers.
And they give you a Benny. So as soon as you select it, it gives you a Benny back.
Okay, 2 Jokers. I have a
What?
king.
What? Okay.
Yep.
I have a king and 2 8s. So I can
so
make a 4
you got a 4 of a kind.
right?
Yes. Holy crap.
Oh, God.
So you and this demon sit there, and it kind of like its hand goes in front of you, and these 5 cards just float face down in front of you, and he flips them over one at a time, and you see the first Joker, and it kind of winces, and it flips a few more, and a few more, and then it sees another one, and it winces, and it sees exactly what you have drawn, and you kind of just like smile back at it. 4 of a kind, so that grants you 15 power points.
I gain 15 power points?
Well, hold on. Towards casting this, because you can't use your own power points. You're playing to gain power points to cast this spell.
Okay, so I don't actually... Okay.
So now you make a spell casting roll at -2 for each rank the power is above your current rank. So how many ranks above your current rank is it?
What is my current rank? Seasoned? It's the same rank as me. It's a seasoned spell.
Okay, so make me a gambling roll, please.
Oh, the gambling roll again? What was...
Or a spell casting roll, sorry.
Was that just under my powers?
Yeah, I think
I just roll a power?
Or...
Oh, I see it. Okay, I'm just going to roll bolt.
Okay. Spellcasting is also a skill, but look at that.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Holy
baby. Crap. This huckster's on fire.
All right. So if your hand gave you more power points than you needed, you may add them to your spellcasting roll to increase your total. Well, you don't really need them because you rolled an 11. Holy crap. Critical failure has consequences, blah, blah, blah. The huckster doesn't need to spend power points, but loses the ante unless... Okay, resolve the hex. The power is successful, resolve its effects as usual. So, what happens is the duration's doubled, the effect is doubled, and the damage is doubled if it's a damaging spell. So, you rolled... What was the name of the spell, sorry?
I rolled Farsight.
Let me just take a quick look at Farsight. We're going to figure out here what you get. So you cast it, and this thing kind of curses at you and just like, poof, disappears. And you're now seeing everything around you. You see through the walls, and you're seeing for miles. Everything's kind of like in like infrared. You're picking up all sorts of trails that you couldn't see before.
And I can get fine detail.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for the tracks and the locations of these creatures because I am like very familiar now with like seeing tracks, the hair from what I've rolled.
Look at you.
You knew it was going to be OP because I picked it, and you're right.
I am right. I was like, oh, Evan's playing a huckster. Shocker. Okay, so you see that print in the mud where the cows were, and you can pick up faint outlines of more prints that the naked eye couldn't see. And you're tracking these things. They're very, very faint, but they're kind of like glowing. And you see that these prints, they definitely look like a human print. They're massive, though. It looks like a man's footprint, twice as large as a regular man's footprint, if not more. And it looks like the prints approached from the north and departed that way as well, towards the mountains.
And is that where the tribe was still at, or is that not necessarily the same location?
They are in that general direction. You
Okay.
go a little off the path to go see them. And you notice that you got a raise. Yeah, the print has 10 claw gouges. So it's like claws at the ends of the toes, also though. So they look like human prints, but with claws.
Yeah, I think as he breaks out of his trance, and who knows how much time has passed for him, but I think at the end, as he's shuffling, you see like cards start to spill out, and it kind of makes like a compass, like a north, south, east, west. And as he's like doing this, his like fingers like rotating in a circle, and then it like stops north, and then he kind of breaks out of it.
And everything kind of comes back, but nobody knows what you just did. Nobody knows about this. So like they're in the middle of like a sentence and kind of snap back, and you snap back, and you can clearly see this, and you've picked up on it.
Well, played with the devil and won. Looks like we're heading north. It is a giant 10, 15 foot tall human, clawed toes, and near the tribe. So I know it's general tracks. I can take us there now.
Well, Dale Riverby, you know I don't like that hoodoo that you do, but I do like it when the results come true.
He picks up his pants as he finishes his spell and says, all right, let's go find a really happy Willie as he didn't poop again.
Outside, there's just a giant bonfire where the outhouse used to be. Very angry looking look on his face.
Come on, Willie, we got a path. Dale's on the track.
I got
Hopefully
minis for jokers, right?
Yeah, it should have automatically given you one.
It didn't add it, but I'll put it there.
Oh, you gave yourself 2? Oh, yeah, one for each.
I had 2 jokers.
Yeah. No. That is fair.
Yeah, so I'll just do the best I can from what I obviously got from the vision and leading them to where I think this creature might be.
This cat's riding along. She looks over the Reverend. She goes, Reverend, what's a good book say about a man deals with the devil on a daily basis? I just want to know. I can't read myself, so.
Well, it is generally disapproved of to make deals with the devil. But we do whatever we need to do.
Now, where would that lie between shooting a man because he spat on his boots or doing a deal with the devil? I just want to know where I'm comically speaking with Dale.
Well, it's really difficult to pass an opinion on such complex matters. I would have to think about it.
That's fair, Reverend. She rides off. She's headed north.
Yeah, so you start heading north towards the mountains. You're going to the hills. As you start riding, you're all gonna head in that direction, I take it.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the day, but a mist is kind of like up ahead, and it seems to get like denser and denser as you're riding. It was just very bizarre that you're heading into this mist. It eventually, after time, turns into a fog, like a thick fog, as you're going through the lowlands. It starts to kind of cover almost everything, and you're having a hard time navigating through here. If it weren't for Dale, who is pretty confident in the way you're in the direction you need to go, and you keep riding through this mist, and every once in a while you kind of have to avoid a rock as it kind of just appears in front of you, or a hazard for your horse so that it doesn't break its leg. And as you're going denser into this fog, you get the strong, smoky odor of charred wood and flesh. I need everybody to go ahead and make me a vigor roll, please, as you're stumbling through the mist.
We just click that the ability, right?
Yeah.
The attribute.
Yeah, just click, vigor.
Is this like fear? Is that what this is?
This is not fear.
Okay.
We'll have that later.
All right.
I know you get bonuses to your fear rolls. That's why.
Yeah.
I know. Critical failure.
Oh, a 0. Wait, you have a -2 on it still. That's not right? Oh, it's untrained. Sorry.
I will.
Oh,
I will use
really?
I will use my reroll that critical failure.
You have 0. You have nothing.
No, he has to click the vigor attribute, right? The skill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Click the word.
Go to
vigor
the top where it says attributes underneath your
Oh,
wounds.
okay.
Yeah, click vigor there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the attribute, not the skill tied to it. Jesus
Son
Christ,
of
Aaron.
Wow.
All right. I guess it is what it is.
So Aaron's the only one who
It's a crit
failed?
fail.
No, our Territorial Ranger also?
Yeah.
How
Is
do-
this
how-
like some kind of like stamina thing? Like where it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, then yeah, I'm gonna let it go. I'm out of shape and old, so.
So everybody who failed gains fatigue.
Ooh, that doesn't sound.
How do you
nice.
roll on 6 dice? How do you roll 6 ones? Or on 4 dice, how do you roll 4 ones? All right.
That's funny.
So are you able to?
So-
Is there an area where you can click fatigue on your character sheet? I don't. Oh yeah,
I don't
the
see
Yeah,
it.
upper
Is it?
left.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, fatigue. Yeah.
fatigue. 1, 2.
Yep.
So fatigue, game mechanics. The way that works is, so if you're fatigued, you subtract 1 from all trait rolls. So that's every roll you make. If you take
Ooh.
another level of fatigue, you're exhausted. So I believe you can spend a Benny though to remove that, if I'm correct. Bennies. Recover from shaken, roll a trait, soak rolls, draw a new action card. Okay, no, never mind, you can't. So you're stuck with it. You have to basically heal, get rid of it.
Right. Yeah.
Leon has a power that can remove fatigue levels
Beautiful.
called relief. So as we're riding on, Leon quietly reads his some certain appropriate passages from the Bible to reinvigorate his friends.
Excellent.
So, can I use this as long as I have the PP points?
You do. So I think as soon as you click the little icon next to the word relief on the powers tab, it'll automatically subtract it off your PP points. And it's only 1.
Okay, and how many people are in need of relief?
2.
Just 2.
Too. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's a raise. I'm just gonna read what it says. What it does. The raise.
So you target both.
So for an additional PowerPoint, it can affect more than one person. So we'll just say, let's just say you cast it. We'll spend the extra PowerPoint and do it on 2 people.
Nice.
Okay.
And the raise. Remove stunned status of the raise. So we'll just say that the 2 of you feel great all of a sudden. The ones who are feeling fatigued, all of a sudden Leon starts reading from the good book, and something comes over you. I don't know what it is, the Holy Spirit or what, but you feel great again. You feel inspired.
Reverend, I don't, like I told you before, I don't have my letters, but you keep reading that book because that makes me feel right fine.
Oh, good. If you listen, the Holy Spirit will speak to you.
Got any more stories about purgatory and getting out of purgatory? Because metaphorically speaking, I could use some advice.
Well, the particular kind of purgatory you have, I think, just must run its course.
Okay. I got faith. I got it. In spades. That's
If
a
you
lot.
And I'm here to tell you, if you had some greens, you wouldn't be in your purgatory.
I didn't hear the good reverend say anything about eating vegetables, Cat, so I want to hear it from you.
Yes, sir.
The book doesn't say nothing about vegetables.
Yep, they just ate like fish and fruit and stuff.
You know, for just one damn second, we just stop talking about your bowel movements, Willie. We are supposed to be hunting this giant, saving the town, and all you keep talking about is the lack of pooping.
I mean, it's on my mind. I'm riding around a horse in the west.
Bouncing around.
This ain't good conditions for me. But I can soldier on. I can soldier on.
Okay. As you're riding, you can hear wolves howling in the distance. Kind of sends a shiver up your spine as you do so. I'm not gonna make you roll for your tests, but and you swear you see like red eyes peering through the mist at you every once in a while, watching you as you keep riding. Dale, with his, deals with the devils and his phenomenal hand, he kind of just keeps pressing on, and he knows the direction. He's showing you the way through the mists. And eventually, you almost walk or ride smack dab, a large side of a cave. And there is an opening there that you would have missed if it wasn't for Dale and his abilities, as we'll call them. You come to a large, roughly circular doorway or cave opening here. with a 4-foot high stone kind of pushed to the side of it. And you can smell fire or smoke, charred wood smoke coming out of here. And this is definitely where you're smelling that smell of flesh, is inside this cave.
Well, Mr. Riverby, I would say that you, sir, your magic is mighty fine. Good job.
You ask and you shall receive.
I hope you got something else in that magic bag to fight a giant, but I'm happy to shoot him a few times.
Hey, I got more cards to play with the devil.
That's not good.
So we have a big stone in front of the cave entrance, right?
It's beside it though. It's
okay,
it's
so we
like
can
pushed
go walk
aside.
in.
You can walk inside, but it looks like it
Gotcha.
may be used to cover it over, or
Gotcha,
something
gotcha.
pushed it aside at one point to leave. But there is a large, massive stone next to it. But it is open, and there's smoke billowing out, and you can smell
Got it.
something cooking inside.
Do we hear anything?
You don't.
Hmm.
And you can see though. You can see light flickering as you kind of peer in. It looks like it kind of curves to the side. You can't see straight in there, but you do see a fire light flickering in this cave.
I suppose we should do some sort of reconnaissance, if possible, before we start a physical confrontation. Who is the sneakiest among us?
You'd be surprised. Even with my pants below my knees sometimes.
Well, Reverend, this young lady is not known for being subtle. Let's just put it that way.
I'm looking at all your
She
stuff.
just shot someone. Remember that? She just shot him.
Oh, that is right. I did shoot him, but I was aiming for his hat, though. It was a bad shot. I
We
admit
got
that.
some bennies. We can try and roll stealth. Unless
Your huckster is your stealthiest. It's the
I'll
only
go
person.
in if you want.
I was gonna go in like as brave. I have brave and guts.
Oh,
so
you
I
do,
feel
don't
like,
you?
Yeah, I'm like.
I also
like,
have trouble magnet, so I was figured we could go
Okay.
in together.
Do you
yeah,
want to
no,
go
it's
in?
cool. Yeah.
I will stealthily go in
boys.
if he's not going to do it.
No,
but-
I'll go in
Okay,
stealthily.
both of you
Okay.
go roll
I can
stealth.
stealth. I'm trying to say.
Well,
Been
I
at
mean,
this twice as long as you've been alive. He's like
As-
175.
as a grim servant of death and overconfident, there is no way Kat is going to let them walk in without her.
Oh
so
my
she'll
goodness.
try to stealth
Over-
in with them.
Okay, I'm giving you a Benny also.
Oh
You're
shit! I'm
overconfident.
re-rolling. Ooh.
I just disappear in the darkness right in front of you. You don't even know where I went.
Leon, are you
My
hanging back,
God.
or are you?
Oh no!
You're heroic. I'm gonna give you.
I'm going to.
There we go.
I'm not
There
going
we
to
go.
I'm going to sneak up behind, but because I know I'm not very sneaky, I will.
So the first roll,
Okay.
my pants fell down, but I picked them back up, and then that's
So that's my stealth.
hey, yours is
Oh,
good.
nice.
Everybody but the
What are
gunslinger.
the guys-
There we go.
Gunslinger. So everybody made it. Oh wow! Look at those raises. You got 2 raises though.
I got 2, yeah.
I'm gonna say that Kat is like charging in there, and you kind of put a hand out on her shoulder, and you're just like, like you stop her from going in with 2 raises. Yeah, that's a really good roll. You're gonna, Kat. You're not leading the pack. You're being, basically you're trailing Dale. Dale's leading the path, and saved you from making a big mistake of charging in there, just kind of gung ho.
She nods at Dale. She's like,
Yeah, so you're making your way through these caves, and the smell of smoke is getting thicker and thicker, and you kind of have to like catch yourself from coughing because it's filling up in this cave, kind of billowing out the way you're coming, right? So you're walking through this smoke, and you turn the corner, and when you do so, you see a big, massive fire. You see a pile of bones over on one side. You see a massive wolf with piercing red eyes curled up next to the fire with its back to you. And you see the largest man you have ever seen in your life. Pale skin, long red hair, kind of like protruding brow, almost like a a Cro-Magnon man looking thing, and it's sitting in front of the fire, and it's got a big elk roasting on it, and he's got a stone axe at his side, and it seems engrossed in his cooking. You notice, though, off behind him, you can see some people. Some people, looks like they're being held prisoner in this cave in a 4-foot-high stone pen. You can see that there's a man, a woman, and 3 children in there.
Wow.
I do declare the Reverend was correct.
I'm glad it's an elk roasting over the fire. We need to get these people out of here immediately.
Got the element of surprise.
So I moved you all to a map. You should be able to see everything now. So you got the wolf curled up in front of you.
Are these the people back here in the wood part?
Yeah, in the wood part.
So can we have a quick discussion? Why is there an elk on the fire and humans in the jail if they're supposed to be cannibals?
Well, elk's got a lot more meat on it than a human. Maybe they're dessert.
I have a trick that could work, but I would have to do some gambling.
Oh, dealing with the devil again.
If it works, it is pretty epic, but
What do you got in mind there, Huckster?
so my idea is I was looking at the spells since we've been playing, and
Yep.
I can get the spell growth or shrink, and my idea was to shrink the giant to be like more our size. So it says like shrink reduces the size of the subject.
Okay,
one
so this thing
step
is,
for
I'm going to
every
say
2 pounds.
it's 20 feet tall. So game mechanics wise, it's considered giant. So like when you are going to, if you fight it, you're going to get bonuses to hit it because it's so big the way it's written. So this thing it's massive. He's 20, even though he's sitting down, you can gauge how big this thing is. So he's 20 feet tall. So in terms of reducing by size, you'd have to reduce him a couple of size types down to get him to even human size.
Yeah.
The
But at least
mechan-
that might make it, and it also reduces his strength 1 dice type every time, and toughness.
So, just to give you an idea, so he's considered huge. You could take him down to the next level, which is large. For example, it's the size of like a hippo or a vehicle, it says. Then the next size type down is human. So if you even wanted to make him like human size, you'd have to knock him down a couple
Twice. Yeah.
twice. Because it does say like you can size by 1 for every 2 power points, right? So it's going to take a few power points to do this.
Question.
Yes.
How close is the giant to the ceiling of this cave? Could going the other way be also kind of interesting, making him so big that he
He
kind
like
of gets
grows into
stuck?
the rock.
Yeah,
It's true. His head would be stuck into it.
yeah.
So if you made him
Make him bigger so
Grow?
he gets all stuck and broken in the thing.
You can't tell because he's not standing up. He's sitting down at the fire. But it looks like the roof in here is roughly like he could stand up, no problem. Like he'd clear it from what you can tell, but you're not too sure how much clearance. If you want, you can make me a notice roll to kind of gauge and get a better idea. We'll go from there.
You want Dale to do that, or do you want Willie to do that?
I'm gonna have Willie do it because you're the one who asked it.
All right.
Look at that. It looks like if it stood up, the ceiling's probably about 30 to 40 feet tall. So he's got clear. It's got a good 10 feet.
So I'd have to really make
Yeah.
him pretty big.
What's like in terms of game mechanics? Is there something bigger than giant, or is
There
it
is.
just like
There's
goes
another
straight to
there's
colossal?
another size up, which
Okay.
is gargantuan. It says building kaiju or ship, for example. So
Okay.
you could take him up a size type.
We can make a kaiju.
Kaiju.
We know
That
how
works
much
so
Matt
well
enjoys
for us.
kaijus.
I've
Yeah.
thrown kaiju at this group before.
Seems like I might go the other way off of
Yeah.
PTSD.
Yeah, I think so.
think so. Yeah. makes
Our
sense.
last kaiju experience was not.
Anyways, we
pretty.
don't have to do that. That was just like the thing I thought of whenever, like, maybe we can get a more fair fight for us, or even if we don't have to. I don't know what we want to do, but maybe we could tie him up or something. Whatever, you know.
It's worth a
It
shot.
could, it could even the odds. I will tell you this. So the bigger they are, the easier they're going to hit. But
The
he's
harder
going to
they
have a
hit, right?
high toughness. He's gonna have a thick hide. So you're going to have to go over some higher numbers to actually hurt it. given its current.
And even if I knocked him down 1, that would help us. Like,
Yeah, but he
Just
won't
lower
be
his
easier to
health.
hit. So it's up to you.
Matt, with
Yeah.
my notice, you said there were bones in here, right?
Yes, there's bones over to the northwest.
Would my notice roll, or I can do another one if you want.
Bones.
I'm just trying to tell if there's like human skulls or something, something obviously human.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you reroll. We'll use that same one. There are human skulls in there. Yeah.
Okay.
oh, so
I'll-
he's just
I'll-
savoring his meal then. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say, ain't nothing that deserves living that keeps a bunch of skulls off in the corner of its bedroom. Now it's as good a time as any to take this thing out before it notices us.
All right, he'll start shuffling his cards,
I'll
In,
start.
go into his trance. You guys can do whatever you want while he's doing that, obviously.
in this moment, I'd like to say to Willie, well, I hope this does not come to bloodshed, but it looks as though it will. So I want to cast a smite on his weapon, which
Oh, yeah.
+2 damage to it, or +4 with a raise.
So just roll
On Willie's
spellcasting.
weapon. Nice.
Oh yeah.
On what? Your
Winchester.
rifle? Your Winchester. Okay.
I think the Winchester.
So go ahead and make your faith roll for me, please. In the meantime, I'm gonna get our initiative set up.
This old man's finding God. I thought he'd
something.
abandoned me. Maybe that's the problem. All these weeks.
Make a faith roll.
Yeah. So just click the icon next to the power.
Oh, I did. Nothing happened.
Let's see. Maybe it's just
Like the
automatic.
little the muscle guy.
Right?
Yeah, and then it said then you can click spell casting when it pops up.
It's not working for some reason.
What?
No.
Sorry. Which power is it?
It said smite.
Smite.
Oh, there it goes.
There you go. Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Good roll.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
crap. Okay.
Wow.
What does it do on a raise? He
So
starts.
+4, right?
Do you touch it, or do you just kind of say some words, or what does that look like?
If he allows me, I hold it in my hands and I say some passage involving like vengeance and the smiting of evil.
Yeah, and your rifle, your Winchester starts to like glow.
I'll quickly cover it with the poncho,
Um,
and I try to repeat the
it's-
same thing. I'll look
uh,
at vengeance and
so-
shit. Thank you, Reverend.
With a raise, you get a +4 instead of a +2.
This is the damage.
So your roll, right?
Yeah, damage roll.
Oh, damage roll.
While the power is in effect, the weapon's damage is increased by a +4 with a raise.
Wow, that's a
Okay.
lot.
Okay,
Woo.
I really want to shoot this thing now.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Magic Man, are you making a deal with the devil?
Let's do it.
All right. So the same thing again. Time slows down. The demon poof, appears out of thin air, and it's like this time, the house will win.
Can I get a different demon? Does it always got to be you?
So go ahead and make your
My gamble roll, right?
use that macro.
And then roll.
This is like the Nevada.
Look at all the
sign
cards you
demon.
got this time because you got the raise.
Oh,
So
I
you have
got a
more cards to
good-
choose from.
Good roll.
Ooh.
I got a. Am I actually playing against you, right? Or what is?
I
how
don't
does
I
it-
don't get a hand. You just have to make the best hand possible.
Oh, okay.
So-
I guess the best hand is a pair of jacks, right?
That's it? Ooh.
I mean,
So
I have
a
an
pair?
ace.
A pair. Excellent.
That's it, right?
What do you got? It's super
I have a
tiny for me on
jack,
I just get
a
to see what's in
jack of-
the
Jack of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 2 of spades, ace of hearts, 3 of spades, or 3 of clubs, jack of hearts, 5 of spades, and an 8 of hearts, right? That's. I don't think there's anything else I can make out of that.
All right. He
No, there's that.
smiles, big toothy grin, this demon. He starts
I guess
to
I'll just pick the rest of
laugh.
the cards so it goes away.
So what happens is you get 3 power points. That's all it gives you. So how
There's
many power
4
points?
on here, is that right or no?
That's
It
weird.
said 4 in the
It's
thingy.
that's oh, jacks are better. Okay, yeah, a pair of
Yep.
jacks are better is 4. Yep, that's right.
So 4 means I can move him down 2 steps, which puts him to human.
Right, because you can't use your power points to cast a spell. You have to
Yeah,
use
yeah.
the
So
power
that's what that
points.
is.
Yep.
So for every 2, I move him down 1 size. So it's double size, which is human then.
Well, you still gotta make your roll
Oh yeah,
to cast the.
So then I go back to my other thing, right, and roll
So,
spellcasting.
Yeah, spellcasting is actually on your list of skills on the very first page or tab of your character sheet, so you can roll it from
Oh, I
there
see
too.
it. Okay, gotcha. All right, I got some bennies too, so
Do you?
that's gonna be
So
a
it's-
reroll. Yeah.
4 is a
Oops,
success,
sorry.
but you want better, right? You're looking for a
Yeah.
raise.
Yeah. We need some.
How many bennies you throwing on the table there?
I accidentally gave myself one.
All right.
It's the same roll. Okay, another beanie. I got a few more.
We need some battle. Oh, there's your
That's
6.
better.
So it's
There you
a
go.
success with the
An
raise.
8. That'll do. That'll do, pig.
Yeah.
That'll do, pig.
8.
Yeah. Jeff got
Okay.
it.
Oh, weren't we supposed to do like a whole bunch of tombstone quotes during this?
I'll
Called
throw it
the
out
Thunder,
somewhere.
but now you got it. So shrink reduce the size of the subject by 1 step for every 2 power points.
So I got 4, so he goes down 2 steps.
Yeah.
He's now our size.
And each step decreases
Yeah,
strength by
I know.
1 die type? What?
His strength and toughness goes down
Oh, that's
Twice.
really
twice.
good. Okay, let me just adjust that. Oh, but no, it's not as good as you think. Okay.
Well, it's still. I think it's
It's still
Part
better
of it,
than.
yeah.
Okay. He has a D12 plus 4. So you're taking him just down to a D12 for strength.
better than.
Okay.
A D12 plus 4.
It's still
So-
pretty good. Yeah.
Everything goes back to normal, and everybody's kind of like, and we go back like, the Territorial Ranger's looking at his rifle, it's kind of glowing, covered up, and then you kind of all look over and you see this giant start to shrink, and he starts to like, oh, scream in pain as his body is like condensing in size. And
That's
Can
some
we
mighty
unload
fine
why this
hoodoo.
is happening?
what's that? Sorry.
Can we unload on him while this is happening?
Well, yeah, it's starts to scream. Mm.
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, and well, let's go to combat. With the screaming and everything, the wolf's
Yeah,
head
yeah.
pokes up, and yeah, let's get into combat. Oh, the wolf got a Joker.
Joker, man.
Means he got bennies and stuff, but he's not a wild card. His damage is going to be doubled and things like that. What's his pace?
Oh
I don't
god,
even-
he's going first too.
Yeah.
Oh god,
I mean,
what is up with
we-
us in initiative
We got some terrible rolls.
every time?
It can only move 6. Alright, it's gonna move closer to you. It sees you and it howls and it looks at you with a pair of these red eyes and there's like blood dripping from the fur around its mouth and it just darts in your direction. This thing doesn't know what happened. This giant, this red-headed giant, it looks around, it's confused, and it's like letting out screams. It's not really speaking a language, and it looks at the giant stone axe that was sitting next to it and can no longer pick it up. It's now the size. He's now the size of a man. So he starts scrambling and looking around for something else, and he grabs a piece of wood that he'll use as a club from nearby, and takes that. But that's what it's going to do. It's going to move further away, moves towards where the people are, and grabs just like a hunk of wood to use as a club.
Does he still look like he's engaged with us and not like focused on the people, right? Like he's like turning towards us.
Yeah,
with
it
the
looks like
club?
he's looking for
Okay,
something to attack you. He sees
Yeah,
you. He wants to
okay.
attack you now.
Cool.
Okay. Over to our blessed. You got a wolf that's close to you.
Where were the prisoners in the cave?
There. I know I said the wood. It's not in the wood. They're in the like this bone cage over on the east side there. They're kind of trapped in there.
And is the giant approaching them?
He's looking more in the brambles of woods and that wood, and that's where he's grabbing the
Okay.
the maul or makeshift club from. So he's got his back to them right now.
Okay, in that case, I will draw my revolver and shoot the wolf.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
that is shooting.
On your character sheet, on the very first page, it should have all of your weapons there, and you can actually just click on the weapon you want to use, the Colt Peacemaker. Click on that, and it'll ask shooting, damage, and reload, so just hit the shooting button for that.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Wow, hit with the raise. All right, so now click on that Colt Peacemaker again, and before you click damage, click the box that says raise damage above it, and then roll your damage.
Okay.
Because you got a raise, you're getting an extra d6. Whoa.
Nice.
11. So the preacher
Very nice.
raises his Peacemaker and just... And the shot just like rings out and echoes, reverberates in the cave because you're in an enclosed area, grabbing everyone's attention. You can hear weeping coming from the settlers, the homesteaders that are in there. How much damage you total? 11. Holy crap.
Is the weeping like stop killing our wolf friend? Or
No,
is it just
no, it's
okay,
like,
I just want to make sure.
People are here to save us.
Archet wolf.
The wolf is not a wild card, so you did enough damage that it's shaken. So the way they work is they get shaken, and then as soon as they get their first wound, they would then die. Basically, they can take one wound before dying. So this thing's bleeding heavily. It's still alive, but it's not down yet. So other thing you can do also on your turn is you can do multiple things. You do multiple attacks, but each one gets a -2. So you can take like another shot at -2. You can take another shot after that at -4. It's like cumulative. Or you can just wait till next round.
I would shoot it again.
All right. So do another shot. So use that macro or that button again, and just do a -2 for your modifier. Should allow you to enter a modifier.
God, that thing is so loud.
I don't even hear it on my end, but I hear it through your speaker. Yeah, so this time you fire, and it just fires wildly, and you can hear off the cave wall nearby.
That's all for me.
All right, Huckster.
Oh, you know what the huckster's doing.
Making a deal with the devil again?
Yep.
Are you really?
Yes, it's so good.
Yeah.
I can look at the spell list and pick like the perfect spell. Alright.
I told you this was your class.
I didn't know how it worked until you told me. Okay, so the spell I am going to go for is sloth/speed. So my plan is to slow the giant to be like a sloth. So it takes him forever while we just pellet him to death.
All right, what's the range on this?
Is that small?
Yeah, it's gonna be short
So maybe I
range.
can't.
So you're gonna have to close the gap before you can cast that on him.
That might not be worth it then, huh? How does speed work in general?
It's your pace.
It halves the total movement. So is that just how many squares you move?
Yeah, it's how many squares you move. So if you look at your pace on your character sheet, that's how many you can move. What's your pace? Where are you? 6.
So I can move 6 squares.
That's what the wolf moved also. This is a pretty big room. It was a giant you were fighting, so he had a big area
Yeah.
to fight you in, and then you shrunk him down to human size.
Oh, maybe my idea might not work.
Reminds me I should shrink down my token.
So how far is short range? Sorry, I don't.
It's per weapon. Your weapon should give you...
Well, it's just with like for the spells they say like SM or whatever.
Oh, bear with me.
I just don't know how many squares that is.
Yep.
I'm just trying to.
Yep, let me take a look here. Range. What's short range on your... I don't know. It doesn't say small.
It just keeps saying SM for all of my.
We'll say
spells.
6. I'll just say 6. We'll just
Okay.
roll with it. We're kind of going over time here a little.
If it's
so.
like a pistol, my pistol short range is 12.
12. Okay, let's make it
Yeah.
12.
Okay, well then I'll do something else. Instead, we'll just to make this faster. I'm gonna still draw the devil stuff, but I'm gonna do telekinesis and I'm gonna throw the wolf into the giant.
Oh my god. Okay.
Nice.
Okay,
You know what to
click
do.
my
Use your
token,
macro.
Do my macro. Spin my Benny.
5 power points you need.
This mud doesn't look good.
So, how's your hand?
6 of diamonds, 8 or Queen of Clubs, 9 of Hearts, 10 of Diamonds, 6 of Hearts, 7 of Diamonds, 4 of.
Do you have anything?
Clubs.
Any pairs?
I think I have 2 pair. Yeah,
Oh, 2 pair?
that's it.
Okay.
No, just 1 pair. Sorry.
A single pair. So, and they're below jacks, or they jacks are higher?
No, it's. Oh, it's a queen. Sorry, I didn't. I have 1 queen.
Do you have
But
a
nothing-
pair of queens, or
No, it's just 2 pair of 6s. So I think it's just 3.
So
right?
3 power points.
So it's not enough to cast it.
Yeah. Yeah. You do not get enough. Ooh. Let's see. If you didn't get enough power points, subtract, however, many power points you came up short from the spellcasting roll in the next step.
Okay,
you
so
still-
-2.
Yeah, still
Oh.
make that roll.
So spellcasting and then -2. Oof.
You want Benny it?
I don't think I have any.
Oh.
I'm out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I had to use the 1 Benny
Failure.
for the use of the gambling
Means the
thing.
spell fails. The huckster doesn't spend a power point, but does lose the ante unless the joker is used. So it just fizzles, and the demon laughs. So you lost the ante is the Benny.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
lose your Benny. He laughs. You will be mine soon, and he just disappears. Do you want to move?
I will. Yeah, I'll back up a little.
Okay. I'm gonna get behind the territorial
I'll go
ranger.
towards the end.
Speaking of territorial ranger, it's over to you.
So Matt, aiming.
Yeah.
If I do that on the same turn as a shot,
You
is
have
that
to wait a turn, I believe.
okay? Then it's not worth it then.
Yeah.
So then I will, and then with multi actions, is it like if you take a shot, is it your if you decide to shoot again, is your second shot that takes
It's
the
the second
penalty, or
shot that
do
gets
both?
the -2. So your first
Okay.
shot's going to be just straight roll. Next one
Okay.
-2. The next one -4, -6, so on.
Giddy with excitement at the rifle being alight with the righteousness of the Lord. I will smiteth the. I'll try anyway, and I will pull out the rifle, aim it, ignoring the wolf entirely, and going right. For
So what
the
range?
giant.
What range is it at?
I checked it out. 24. It's 19 when I drew it. So
Yeah.
So I should be within my range increment, and I'm gonna double tap.
Is it at medium range or is it?
24 is it small? Is it short? Is it short
Oh.
range?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I figured I'd give you a rifle because I knew you were fighting in a big room. I thought I'd be nice. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
you would have normally gotten a plus like 5 to hit him or 4, but because he's normal size, there's no
right.
pluses or anything like that to hit him.
Quick, make them bigger. Okay. So then, just want to make sure
Wow.
that I have all the bonuses and stuff. Okay. So so for double tapping, which this should be able to do because it has the right rate of fire and it can fire more than one shot without having to manually reload. So it adds +1 to hit and damage at the cost of an extra bullet. So basically, I just get an extra +1 on my thingamajig.
Okay.
Right,
Let's
so here-
make the shuttle, man.
So +1, and the blessed thing is only for damage.
Only
so-
for damage,
yeah.
from what I read.
Nice.
Okay.
It's a hit with a raise. All right. So roll your damage and roll damage with a raise.
Okay.
Plus
so
and +4.
it's actually +5 because it's the
+5.
double tap. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So for a double tap, because it basically says you fire 2 bullets at once,
Yeah.
back to back. I'm not gonna make you do 2 shooting rolls, but do 2 damage rolls for each one. Does that make
So
sense?
I think it's just a +1. It's just a +1
Oh, is that
to
what
hit
it
and
is?
a +1
Okay.
to damage. Yeah, but
Okay,
I can
cool,
perform
cool,
it as a
cool.
multi-action. So
Yeah,
this
then
is just my
+1.
first shot. Yeah. Sorry, I think I hit the wrong button.
You
there.
recharged
Sorry.
your Winchester.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I hit the reloads of damage. Okay, 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and take the penalty and fire again.
So it's just a -1 now, because you have a +1.
it'll
or
be a
no?
-1, yeah. So -1. I'll Benny that. So
Ooh.
If we were to put it in game terms, it looks like you
Mhm.
shook it when you shot it. You did not damage it with that
Okay.
13 damage. Just a hit.
Okay.
So it looks like it spins around. You startled it, and it's kind of like it's startled right now.
okay, so try this again. Oh God, I'll spend another bet.
Oh, give me all of the bennies for
This
the
is
end
what
fight.
happens. This is why I kept being constipated the whole time, so I can stack bennies. That's how this works.
Oh, I saw that 8. That was
I
messed
saw
up.
the 8. It's terrible.
All right.
I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
gonna
good.
get the second one.
So wait, 13 damage didn't hurt it?
It shook it.
I
So
don't know what that means.
so
mechanically.
to hurt something, you need to exceed its toughness.
Mm-hmm.
And by exceeding its toughness once, it's shaken. By exceeding its toughness twice, and they're still shaken, it'll gain a wound.
Okay.
So you need to you're beating
Shake it, then
it's-
wound it.
Yeah, you're beating its toughness threshold each time is what you're trying to go over with each roll. So
Gotcha.
shaken, wounded, and so it is a wild card like you, so it will have 3 wounds before you drop it. So it's not wounded, but it is shaken, which means it can only do free actions. Just like you, if you were shaken, you can only do free actions on your turn, but it does get to roll to unshake and things like that. Same rules as you guys.
Okay.
It's essentially a PC. All right, Cat, over to you.
All right, so Cat and the wolf is shaken as well.
The
right?
wolf is shaken.
Okay, so I will fire both my Colt Peacemakers at the giant, reduced in size. So that's medium range for me.
Yep.
But because I am a marksman, I take no negative for shooting at medium range.
So you're shooting at the giant. You're not shooting at the wolf.
Shooting at the giant, since they're both shaken, give it a shot.
The man-sized giant.
The
Okay.
man-sized giant. Come on, for the love of God.
5's a hit,
5 is a hit.
right? All you need is a
Yep.
4. So it hits. Roll me that damage, though. Is it going to be enough to
Probably not.
go through its thick hide? And I did take into account reducing its toughness with your roll, Evan,
Okay.
because this thing's nasty. Oh, there we
Ooh,
go.
Nice roll.
16 points of damage.
That's to the wolf for him.
That's to
Damn.
the giant. So it looks
Nice.
like you wounded this thing.
And I get my second shot since I'm a 2-gun kid.
Marty also gets a roll on the wounded table,
And I'll Benny that.
on the
Oh.
injury table. Sorry, when you gain a wound.
Mother
Ooh.
puss buckets. All right, I'll let it go.
Okay, so let's roll a wound.
At least we did hurt it. It's a good,
Yeah.
Good progress.
So that's a D12? 6?
The table's in here.
We do
It's
need to
a-
hit the wolf because
It's a D6. Or no, sorry. It's 2D6.
Yeah.
The
The wolf
injury
is
table.
shaking right now. It can't do anything either until it shakes it off.
So
Oh, okay,
it's
so
a
it just sits there. Okay.
2D6. I'll roll on the injury table. I got it here in front of me.
Okay.
You rolled a 6. So, your hero catches 1 in the core. Your roll was a 2. Broken. Agility reduced its by 1 die type. Okay. So I'll reduce its agility die by 1.
Ah.
Aww.
Ah.
So we'll say you hit it in the leg. It's it lets out a scream as you hit it and shoot it in the leg. And we go to the next round. So the way combat works in this is each round you get dealt a new card. So combat order is always changing. So this round, oops, no, we don't want to hit end. It goes first,
Jesus.
Come on.
I have been last every time.
but this thing's got to
Sucks,
make its
man.
way across the room. All right, so it's shaken. So it can only use free actions. Moving is a free action, but it gets on its turn, and same as you guys, you get to attempt to unshake. You get a roll for that.
Man.
So it is a spirit roll. So let me roll spirit for this thing.
Oh, I am so
he's
sad.
supposed to.
I didn't
He's
get
a
to
wild
do
card. I
my-
don't know why he doesn't have.
do my sloth because it was against spirit.
Oh, it fails though. Fails its spirit
Nice.
roll. Interesting. It's gonna run though. It's not the smartest, and So it's going to use its full turn to just run at you, because running is allowed when you're shaken. So it's going to move 12 squares. Right there. And it just charges at you with this club in its hand. It's limping with its bloody leg, and it charges in your direction. All right,
close.
over to the man-sized giant. Over to our blessed. It's over to you now.
Okay, so seeing how effective my smite was on the Winchester, I would also like to bless Cat's 6-shooter.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
nice.
So go ahead and roll that.
Nice.
Nice.
So 4, right?
So yeah, +4. That's success with a raise.
Sweet. My Reverend, you are truly a godsend.
Well, thank you. I have boost lower trait, so I can lower the trait of the giant, but what trait would it make sense to lower? I want to make it less tough. Which trait is that?
Strength.
Strength.
You want to lower that strength if you can.
Okay.
It's rolling a d12 for strength.
Okay. Well, try to do that.
Can we cast more than one spell around?
No,
Oh.
I'm sorry. Only one spell per round.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know either.
I can take other actions though. Then.
Yes. Yeah, you can move, and if I guess no, you can do it. It'd be a -2. It's another action. Does it
Oh.
for multi-action? Does it specifically say shooting? Let me take a look here.
No, it doesn't. I had it up.
Okay,
You can
so
cast
yeah, you can do it.
multiple
You can
actions.
you can roll your
What?
at a -2.
I gotta play then too.
I will do that. I'll do that then.
Okay.
It just says 2 actions. Well, actually, it says 2 actions at -2 each, or 3 actions at -4 each.
Oh, so we should have done -2 in those.
Oh,
other ones.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's all right. It's all good. So just roll
Okay,
this
well-
one at a -2.
All right.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was unsuccessful. You read some
That's why we
scripture
only-
and nothing happened. There is no answer.
So that's why we do one thing at a time.
All right,
Oh no, Jeff goes.
Willie.
I was gonna
What?
try something to help you. But
Oh no, Jeff, you're gonna kill
I
it.
thought I went before you.
All right,
Okay.
Willie, you shoot. This thing's charging at you, club in the air, screaming, blood trailing behind it. The wolf is limping.
I'll scream at it, completely ignoring the wolf, and I will fire again, double tapping, as one does. So
Yeah, double tapping.
+1. My double tap.
It hits.
Okay,
All you need is a
5
4.
hits. Okay.
Yep, that's a success.
All right. Then, how long does that blessed last? Is it still up, Liam?
The smite should be.
Or smite? Sorry, whatever.
Um,
Just want to make sure.
Duration is 5. So 5
5
turns,
rounds?
5 minutes, 5 rounds. Yeah. So you're
Okay.
good. Yeah. Five
Okay.
rounds.
So I will do my damage on the first.
Woo! I like that 8 there.
17 points
17.
damage.
So you hit it,
Okay.
and it looks like it hits it right in the chest and kind of stops in its tracks, and it looks down and it touches it and it lets out another scream. So you've wounded this thing again.
Then I'll do another shot. If that's all right.
Yeah.
So it's penalty this time.
I'm just gonna roll your injury. That is cooler.
Yeah.
5.
Nice strength.
Strength reduced by a die type. Wow.
All right.
6 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And I will roll damage again.
I
Okay.
might be deaded.
You're gonna kill this thing.
Yeah, you are gonna kill
3,
this thing.
4. So it's
That
still
+4
plus
from the
3
breacher
damage.
is crazy.
No, +5. The damage shouldn't change, right? Because it's
Damage
only
shouldn't
minus.
change.
It's almost minus 2 on the hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Damage.
so
Damage is
should
gonna be the same.
Stay the same. And so there's damage.
Oh, explodes.
90 even better.
Ooh.
All right, how do you kill this thing? How do you stop this thing in its tracks?
So it's just while other people might be moving around, I'm just like a. This is a horrible reference in modern day terms, but like a big game hunter staring down like this massive galloping like hippopotamus or bear or something charging me down. I'm not even gonna waver, not even gonna move. 2 shots, 1 kneecap, so it starts to stumble, and then right in the head as I take it out with the second shot. No problem.
Nice. You still have an injured, limping wolf there with blood red eyes staring at you, looking kind of
Down,
back at its
boy.
master, whimpering.
Down, boy.
All right, Huckster, over to you.
I'll say to the dog, you gonna do something? You just gonna stand there and bleed?
Oh, all right. There we go. Now there's 2 tombstone references.
There you go.
The huckster will chuck a card at the wolf, and as he does, it turns into like a black energy.
That's
And I'm
bolt
casting
you're
bolt.
using? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pull out deck cards and just fling it gambit style. 6 hits. Go and roll your damage, please. Ooh, gross.
Ooh, that's shitty.
So you throw it, it just kind of bounces off its fur.
And that's it. Yeah.
And now it closes the gap towards its closest target, the Territorial Ranger that just killed its master. And it's going to try and bite.
Down, boy.
It's shaking, right?
Oh, it is shaken. Thank you. I need to roll for that. Thank you. Spirit. You are correct. Got it. 4 is what it needed. All right, now it's going to bite you. It's not a wild card, though, so it's only
gonna
throwing one
try.
die. Yeah.
Oh.
No, so for physical combat, it's got to go over your parry. What's your parry?
6.
So it does not hit.
Nice.
Down, boy.
You just got to
Down.
hit it with the butt of your rifle.
Yeah. Now, see, now I'm abusing the dog, and I'm
All right,
so
Cat.
conflicted, man.
Cat, are you gonna
do
shoot
it.
this
Cat
wolf?
looks at it, she's like, damn it, dog. Hell's coming with me. Boom, boom.
Hellhound.
So, not aiming for anything particular, so it's +1 to hit.
Aiming for the little cowboy hat on its head.
Here we go. Stay hit with the raise. Roll me damage with a raise, please.
All right, damage
Something-
with a raise.
+4 from the smite.
Show you total.
That's
total
right.
of-
Oh
total
yeah,
of
+4 for smite.
Total of +5, actually. One of my special abilities, so let's...
13.
Oh, still 18
18.
damage. So you just like unload with your pistols, and this thing just whimpers and drops to the ground in a massive fur, and it is dead. Breathes its last breath.
I gotta say, Willie, that was a mighty fine shot you made there with that Winchester.
Took that dog out good, cat.
Well,
Glad you got the bad shots out back in the saloon, because we need the real ones out here in the wild.
if the damn thing had been wearing a hat, we all know I'd have missed it. But it's just
Damn thing's been wearing a hat. I wouldn't say we should shoot it. I say we befriend the damn thing. I guess we should let these people out now, huh?
I look at Leon and as they're talking and like bragging, and I say, "You know who the true heroes are here."
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Shrinking that damn thing down to the size of a man and making my pistol glow, that brought a smile to my face. I'm not gonna lie. This young lady is very appreciative of your crazy hoodoo and God divine powers.
Well, I think we can also thank Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson for what they did.
Oh, exactly. All right. So the people are there. They're weeping. They're thank you. We thought this thing was going to eat us. What was it?
Oh, it's gonna eat you, that's for sure. I mean, look at all the bones over there. You all were dead. Your house is messed up too, by the way. But we're glad to see you're okay. I was a betting woman, and I for sure thought you were already dead. But the Reverend here, he swore up and down you were alive.
I can feel it in my chest. Well, I assure you are safe. We will return you to your homestead, although I think you need a new fence.
And
In the new outhouse, something horrible befell it. I don't know,
That's true.
a
think this
very
creature-
isolated wildfire just kind of swept through all of a sudden. Strange.
It's
And-
probably
and-
the creature stepped on it, you know.
Yeah. And to be fair, all your cattle is stampeded, so you're very poor now. So I hope you have relatives in town.
The man says, all that matters is my family's safe and that we're okay. I don't
That's
care
the
about the
spirit.
cattle. I don't care about the outhouse or the fence. That's all that matters. Thank you so much. What could we do to repay you?
You could tell me where I can find this Lucky Lou guy, because he and I got a conversation coming.
Oh, Lucky
But that's for
LaRue?
another Lucky
Lanky,
LaRue.
lanky LaRue.
Thank you, LaRue. Yeah.
I was a little right. Lanky LaRue. That's right. But that'll be for another
This is
evening.
where the twist. Well, I'm Lanky LaRue.
Yeah.
What?
We're the LaRue family.
The Milfords, well, they're in a different cave entirely.
We're the LaRues from Pittsburgh. Yeah, so you take them back to town. The sheriff can't believe his eyes with what he saw or what you told him. What do you do? Does you just kind of seal this thing up? This giant? What do you want to do here?
We just do real quick cliff notes.
You can burn it. I don't know what you do with the body.
Is
But-
the,
We,
uh,
well,
is
we
the
probably
stone
burn it
thing-
while it's small, right? And then that way,
Yeah, you can throw it on the fire.
Was
Yeah.
the stone thing, if all of us, including the people we just rescued, just kind of
Yeah,
put some,
I'm
could
gonna say-
we close it back up?
yeah. You could push or roll this thing back in front of it.
Let's close the door down.
for the archives, just close it up.
And you do that. Yeah, you go back to town. You arrive with the family. They're thankful. The townspeople, tensions are high between them and the Paiutes. More of the Paiutes have arrived. But as you ride into town with the family, you've got one of them on each of the back of your horse. Tensions let up. People can't believe what they saw. Do you tell these people to pass on stories of giants, or because you're kind of part of this like secret society where you'll talk about
Tell
that?
them.
You give them a story going forward to
Oh yeah,
give
on the way
others?
back into town, we're like, y'all understand that you didn't see nothing weird. There was a bunch of outlaws came and tore down your house and put you in that cave, and you're not going to talk to nobody about no giants or red-eyed wolves. That's right, right?
The later, yeah, as you know, was Lanky LaRue.
You don't even need to
Killed
persuade
two
them.
birds.
Like you saved their lives, and like the man is just he's yes. Anything you say, like no one would believe us anyways if we told them this story.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, no reason to scare folk. We done take care of it.
We're gonna go back east. It's too crazy out here out west.
That's a very good idea. I hear they have soda fountains out east.
Sody pop.
Coca Colies.
Got my Coca Cola's.
I don't much care for that carbonation. It does horrible things to my system.
Ah, damn it, Willie.
Gotta get one more in.
Give that man a Betty. All right, that will we went a little over here. We started a little late, so kind of made up for it, but we went a little over. So yeah, thank you to the players. That was fun. It's fun doing a little Deadlands one shot. I love the system. I like Savage Worlds.
Yeah,
I like
very fun.
Yeah.
It's
It is
it's so easy to pick up, and when you watch those dice explode and they just keep re-rolling, it's very exciting to see that. Keep it short here. We'll be back on Thursday night with Blades in the Dark, same time, so 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. But thank you to the players for playing. Dave, thanks for joining us and coming on here. Hopefully we can get you in some more
Yeah,
games
thanks,
in the
Dave.
near future.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Dave. Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. All right, everybody, have a great night, and we'll see you on Thursday.